If your dip powder or builder gel overlays are lifting off your nails, then this is going to be the video for you. What's up, nail crew? It's Nicole, your fellow nail obsessed DIYer. Today, this video is all about nail prep. Nail prep is one of the most important things to getting your manicures to last long, regardless of what you're using, whether you're using dip, gel, acrylic, anything. So a really good nail prep is step number one. We're gonna go through and use this new nail drill I got from MelodySusie. They sent me to test. So I have used the same nail drill for the past like 2.5 years and loved it. But people have been asking me, do you have any other drills that you recommend? The one I recommend off Amazon typically runs around $60, whereas the MelodySusie one is a bit more expensive. I haven't ever used a more expensive nail drill yet, so I was super excited to see how this held up to my one that I've been using and how if it's any better for basically double the price. So I wanted to unwrap everything and check out like all the little gizmos and gadgets that come with it. I will say the base definitely felt nicer right off the bat. Like the one I have now felt more plasticky, and this one feels not as like, I mean, it is still part plastic, but it felt a bit sturdier than the one I have been using for the past 2.5 years. And I have this little Efile holder from SJ3 Designs that I absolutely love. It holds your Efile, and then you saw on the bottom there was a spot to slip the charging cord, and that is huge for me because the other ones I've used didn't have them. I think this is I've gone through a couple of different Efile stands to figure out which one I like the best, and the SJ3 one is my absolute favorite. So we're gonna jump right into doing the nail prep. I also don't wash my hands for at least like 20 minutes before I start to do my nail prep. I go with this McCart cuticle bit, and it's a safety cuticle bit. I saw it on somebody's channel. I can't remember if it was YouTube, somebody's social media, and I just like went and gave it a shot. It ended up being one of my favorite cuticle bits to use. So it's not super sharp at the edge, even though it looks like it's kind of squared off and sharp. It actually has a safety rounded bit, but it goes through and gets your cuticle unstuck from your nail plate, which I really love. So whenever you're starting off with that bit, you never want to touch your actual nail plate with it. And then once I go around my cuticle real gently with that just to loosen it up, then I go in with the little ball bit, and I use the one that came with the MelodySusie drill, and I just gently go around and make sure that any of the cuticle that came up is gently exfoliated off. This double step for me right here has been key to getting my cuticles to stay nicer and getting rid of like a lot of the lifting that would happen when my cuticles would grow. Now, I am somebody whose cuticles grow insanely fast. So before this mani, I waited about a week and a half, almost 2 weeks to do my nails. And let me tell you, my cuticles grow so fast and they get really gross. And this is even with me using cuticle oil and lotion multiple times a day. That's just how my cuticles grow. I am not one of those people who has perfect cuticles all the time, you know, and they use lotion like once or twice and like cuticle oil once or twice a day and like they can look great. Yeah, that's definitely not going to be me. My cuticles have always grown super fast and like pretty yucky. So when I do my nails, I have to do a really good cuticle prep so that the product doesn't stick to it. And I typically start with my left hand since I'm right-handed, and then I go in with my right hand. And I do the same steps. I start with the little McCart cuticle safety bit and go around to get any of the cuticles that are stuck on my nail plate. I gently loosen them up so that I can go through with the ball bit and remove any of that excess. And you have to be super careful when you're using a cuticle bit. When you're using, well, really anytime you're using a nail drill, you want to be really careful that you're not pressing into your skin, you're not pressing into your nails. I am barely touching my cuticle and all that stuff is flying off. Like, and I never press those into my nail plate. So that's something I'm really careful about because I don't want to damage my natural nails. I have before, when I first started using a drill, I definitely did not know all the things that I know now. I have tried for the past like couple years to just watch as many nail tech videos as I possibly can to learn as much as I can to make sure that I'm doing my nails as safely as I can because I'm doing them at home, right? We're DIYers. We want to learn as much as we can so that we're doing them correctly and don't damage our natural nails. So anytime that you're using an e-file, just you have to be really careful of how you're using it. If you ever feel heat, immediately pull it off your hand. You should never feel heat. Like when I use an e-file, even to remove product, I don't feel heat. So if you're feeling heat from an e-file, you know that you're pressing it in too hard, or you're holding it in one spot too long. Once I finish with the little ball bit, I go around with a larger ball bit and kind of polish up my skin, polish up the cuticles there. I'm really sorry if I sound funny. My voice gets worse as the day goes on, and I did the first part of the voiceover at the beginning of the day, and now I'm finishing at the end of the day, and you can hear that my voice is just getting worse and worse. So the only drill bit that I use on my natural nails is a sanding band, and I learned that from a nail tech. The only drill bit you should use on your natural nails is a sanding band, so that is the only one that I use. And I've been so excited to try these little sanding bands. I saw them and I kept thinking, oh my gosh, I want to try them, and I just honestly never had the chance to buy it. The past couple months have just flown by. I don't even know where they've gone. So when MelodySusie reached out and asked me to try this and I saw they came with it, I was so excited. I very gently go around the new growth and just ever so slightly rough up the top of it so that then when I put the product on, it has something to adhere to. Now, I do the same prep whether I'm using dip directly on my natural nails or whether I'm using builder gel or whether I'm using gel. I rarely anymore use gel directly on my natural nails. It's been years since I've done that. I always have either a base of dip powder or a base of builder gel. Pretty much always builder gel is my base. So since I still have some builder gel left on my natural nails here, I go around the growth and then I'm also going to go through and I'm going to gently rough up the builder gel if I was directly dipping on my builder gel. But I'm going to use peel base over my builder gel, so I don't need to go and do any kind of prep. I actually go through my builder gel next in the video and I'm going to smooth my builder gel really, really smooth so that the peel base has a smooth surface to adhere to, because peel base works best when you have a smooth surface. Since I have builder gel on my nails, if I was directly dipping over it, I would very gently go around and rough up the surface of the builder gel to have the dip powder or gel mania that I'm doing over the builder gel, then it has something to adhere to. If you are dipping directly on your natural nails or doing builder gel directly on your natural nails, you just want to make sure you gently remove the shine. So you can take a buffing block or the sanding band and very gently go through and make sure that there's no shine left on your nails. But since my nails already have something on it, and I'm going to use peel base over top of the builder gel, I'm going through and smoothing the peel base really as smooth as I possibly can, so that peel base is a nice slick surface to adhere to, and I can get good pop-offs under my dip mani. But this type of prep that I do is the exact same. So once I'm finished, I will go through and I'll dehydrate all my nails after I clean them off with isopropyl alcohol. So then I can go through for my next steps to whatever product I'm going to be using. Whether you're dipping directly over your natural nails or dipping over builder gel, you want to make sure that you dehydrate. So after you've finished your nail prep, you clean off your nails with isopropyl alcohol, and then you're going to go through with an actual dehydrator. That's going to allow your dip or your gel, whatever you're using, to adhere properly. Now, if you're using gels, then you'd use a primer on top of your nails, and if you're dipping, you just apply a layer of dip base and let it dry, and then dip as normal. Make sure you check out this next video on getting your dip nails not to lift. Thanks for joining me today, nail crew.